So Matt, what are we watching today?
White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen.
Why are we watching these?
Because the premise of these two films is basically White House gets attacked, panic ensues, only one man can save it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the story? Let's go with Olympus Has Fallen first.
Olympus Has Fallen.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to talk about White House Down first.
Okay, okay.
Let's get this shit out of the way. White House Down. So the story goes is Channing Tatum, who's
John Cale.
He's like, how old is Channing Tatum?
Early 30s.
Early 30s at least.
Yeah.
But he's already got like, how old's the kid? 13?
12.
12?
Yeah, I think about 12.
Okay, so he was a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
Young when they were a fucking kid. And he joined the army, did ranger stuff, and then he came back, some Secret Service detail, and so the story goes is he's trying to join, well, it's pretty much an average day, right?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, it's a day where he's going to take his daughter to tour the White House.
Right.
And she's all excited, she's happy, but she doesn't show it because she hates him because he missed like other recitals and other things because he's a bit of a deadbeat dad. And so it takes a job interview to be a part of the legitimate Secret Service because as of right now, Cale works for the Speaker of the House in security detail and hopes to move up.
Yeah.
At the same time, while all this is happening, James Woods, you know, yeah, it's like we see him in front of his son, his dead son in the picture, and then like he goes to work. Apparently, he's very high up in the security detail, like branch of the government, and he's going to work, ordinary day, and these two things are happening at the same time.
The White House gets taken over.
Right, with the bomb on the fucking janitor stand in the middle of the damn. You can't leave that here. Hey, you can't. Boom. And then that happens. That's right. And they get separated, and then shit gets real.
The super amazing hit team squad or whatever. That's like, you know, one of the guys is a redneck who I didn't get that at all. But anyways, they took over the White House, and then it's him. He like broke away, wasn't he? Like held captive, and then
he was like held captive. He got out because he had to find his daughter, and then like he walks down the bunker and sees it happening, saves Jamie Foxx president from James Woods. So the rest of the movie is then like trying to get out of the White House as James Woods and friends hunt him down.
Yeah.
Olympus Has Fallen. It's taken a bit more serious, I guess. You established that Gerard Butler and the president are like really good friends, and aside from being his security, he's also like part of the family.
He was the head of his security detail.
Son loves him, wife loves him. Wonder what happened there. Anyway, so they're driving, car accident. Gerard Butler pulls the president out, but his wife's still in the car. Like Gerard Butler's like, "I got you." Oh shit! And then like
time passes later on.
18 months.
Gerard Butler is no longer on president's security detail because it's just too hard to look at him. And they established that Gerard Butler's on the right, so he's doing okay. And then
ordinary day in the office, and at the same time there's a big meeting with some diplomats from South Korea. The president welcomes them in, everything's good, and then no, Koreans fucking go apeshit crazy.
Yes, they had all the tourists, because everyone was, you know, scattering. All the public citizens were scattering because of the AC-130. I don't know what it's called. It's just a cargo plane, smoking people down. There were still tourists outside the White House, but it turned out they were all South Korean, or it turns out later they're North Korean. They were all North Korean spies, and they all whip out like their enormous assault rifles, and then several garbage trucks start crashing into the barricades for the White House. They have side hatchets, which have miniguns attached to them. They're mowing down all of the Secret Service agents. I mean, people are dying. People are getting shot to death, and people get the president to the bunker, and he insists on bringing the South Korean president down with him. I love the one security Secret Service guy. He points out that's against protocol, and then later on we find out once they're inside the bunker, they have the South Korean president and his security detail. They start just kicking everybody's asses, like they kick their asses kung fu, and then they shoot him in the face when they're immobilized and just panting on the ground.
While all this fucking crazy murder is happening, Gerard Butler happens to drive by right then, fucking rushes in, gets involved, helps them out. By the time the White House is taken, he's already in there. And so then the rest of the movie is just him going straight die. The movie becomes Die Hard at that point, working its way down to the bunker to save the president. And that's really all the rest of the movie is.
These movies, it's still an interesting concept, and it really all comes down to the execution. We're talking about execution now. Yeah. So, we're talking about the direction, the actor performances, and just special decisions they made in the movie. So, I'll go first.
Okay.
White House Down, it was...
The problem with White House Down, it was directed by Roland Emmerich.
It has all the things I like. It has suspense, it has good characters, it has out of the ordinary, story. It has a lot of characters which I was drawn to, and its main story has a lot of heart, which I also kind of like.
Exactly.
Who, as we all know, directed the 1998 Godzilla. He made Independence Day in 2012. He's very good at disaster movies with comedy. So he loves to make the lighthearted summer blockbuster, and that's exactly how he treated this film.
Yeah.
If you notice, there's not a lot of dark shots. Everything's always a window everywhere. It's very bright. It's a very bright movie for such a serious subject matter. Villains are whimsical. They're kind of larger than life. They're not really realistic.
Yes.
Kind of one-sided. I go for a buddy cop kind of feel.
Yeah. Even though they have
no chemistry, no connection.
Shining all over your tatum.
It's beautiful. When future generations stumble upon that.
Anyway, so it's he has a buddy kind of feel, and also it's Roland Emmerich. Every shot, it's really slow, panning, majestic shot. All the time. It's lighthearted. It's really lighthearted, and a lot of green screen in the White House. In front of the White House, a lot of green screen.
Jamie Foxx had just his pedigree of actor. Obviously he's better than this movie. Mm-hmm. He's better than his performance portrayed. But yeah, he had a lot of cheese lines. I was cringing almost the entire movie whenever he talked. Mm-hmm. Channing Tatum, he did 21 Jump Street, so we know he can be funny.
Yeah.
Even though that wasn't necessarily the goal of this movie for him to be funny, he definitely wasn't funny. I just didn't believe him as the dad of this girl who's the most annoying child actor that I can think of in recent memory. All she did was point out facts about the White House, and she loves the president. It was just so corny, and after the second time she started naming out all these random facts during the tour, I was like, okay, we get it.
And when they all get into the helicopter to to go to the fun time party or whatever, they play this really upbeat kind of fuck yeah song, and all the copters swerve off of the frame. So yeah, that was White House Down. Olympus Has Fallen?
I thought it was fairly well executed. It was, who's the director?
The director was Antoine Fuqua.
You had a basketball scholarship during college.
Yeah.
Is there any experience that you take away from that and apply to directing movies?
Yeah, teamwork. I was a point guard. I was a captain of the team. You know, it's very similar. You cannot win a game by yourself.
He directed Training Day and a few other films that are of merit. And
where we insert like the posters of the movies on it. But,
so yeah, he directed Training Day and a few other films of merit. He's also directing The Equalizer that's coming out pretty soon.
No idea what that is.
It's the movie with Denzel Washington. He's bald.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do know what that is.
So this movie has a very mature tone to it. It carried itself in that same kind of way.
Yes.
As such, you know, like all these people were real people. It had weight and gravity behind it. You know, the premise is still like kind of silly. Like it handled it in a good way, like a mature way. For me, where the execution kind of faltered was the effects. Like, yeah, they had actual establishing shots of the White House, but they were still like shots.
There were some terrible CGI effects.
The bomber was awful CGI. The turrets were so bad.
The planes, the turret.
Yeah. The gun effect. For those of you who don't know, this was backed by Millennium Films. The screenwriter was in-house, everything like that, and Millennium Films has made The Expendables. So if you notice, the same gun effects that you see, they're kind of cheap, are also used in Olympus Has Fallen. Just like the explosion and like you see like the smoke kind of like imposed onto the screen, like laid on top of the actual shot, just like actual smoke kind of thing. It's just came off. It kind of lowered the value of it.
I did not know that, but that explains a lot actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Antoine Fuqua did a really good job of establishing the tone of the movie early on, and it remained consistent throughout the movie, which was nice. It wasn't jumping back and forth between, it's Jamie Foxx trying to get a guy to stop kicking him with his Jordans on or whatever, and then, action scene. But yeah, there was a lot of violent
fucking murder.
Execution.
Die. Execution.
Yes.
Big shot in the face, in the head. Bam! Shot! It was crazy.
Nobody was safe.
No one.
White House staff got killed.
Murdered.
Random citizens.
The Secretary of State got her fucking ass whooped.
Yeah.
Kid.
She got like canonized by like 3 dudes in the White House bunker.
Execution.
Well, let's talk about the acting.
Yeah.
Gerard Butler. I have this stigma with Gerard Butler. I think I've always thought he was kind of cheese, because he hasn't really done anything that's impressed me. I mean, he was fine in 300. I saw there's this movie like Gamer or something where he's like a prison convict, but there's like a little kid like using him as like a human video game.
Right. And
that's pretty much the pedigree that I've had him at. Yeah, he pretty much played the same guy, action hero, but he played his part well. He was not cheesy. There was some badass one-liners or whatever, but he wasn't too cheesy because that's pretty much where I have him at. So the casting was fine there. Aaron Eckhart, I guess he can play president. I thought it was fine. He was kind of... I mean, all I got from his character was that he was resistant.
Yeah.
As a president, there wasn't like anything personal, like interpersonal characterization that I got from him. He was just acting as the president should. And then there's Dylan McDermott in the movie.
Yeah,
You have 20 seconds to write down your answer. Who's this?
don't watch anything he's in. I haven't seen American Horror Story. He was. I mean, as soon as you see him, you know he's the bad guy. Like the first scene, you know he's gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
The villain, he was excellent. Fast and Furious, Korean.
Hans Gruber, Korean Hans Gruber.
It was fine. It was, I believe there was some I'm pretty sure he pulled a Rey Mysterio during one of the fights. He jumped on the guy's neck and flipped him over with his legs. But the fight scenes, they were fine. And overall the movie was just very mature. It was handled the content of the movie very maturely, and I think it would be too far to go say it was handled realistically, because I don't know how any of this would be even feasible, because basically all the Korean special forces just manhandled the Secret Service of the United States, but it was just very mature for them. Would you recommend these?
I'd recommend Olympus as a one and done. I would recommend My House Down to People I Hate.
Okay.
Yeah.
White. Okay. I would recommend it. Definitely, if you haven't seen it on Netflix, go check it out. Check it out. But yeah, it's just an underrated movie, I think, for what people expect from it.
Okay.